church day. I got my Bible. I'm ready to hear the word.
I'm going to prophesy to you what's about to happen in the nation. I want to give you one quick word. New York. What is happening with New York? I want to tell you what's happening. The Lord showed me as I was praying, I saw a portal open in New York. And I actually saw portals opening across the earth. And this is what the Lord is telling me. There is about to be an opening in this year. A portal that is opening where the veil is tearing in certain regions of the nation. However, what is being brought in is not all good. The Lord told me there is a birthing, but this birthing is twofold. There's twofold birthings happening upon the earth. God is birthing something, but the devil is also birthing something.
Nope.
See, this is why we can't take your prophecies seriously. This is why we don't take any Christian prophecies seriously, nor do we take your biblical prophecies seriously. Because this man said a whole bunch of nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. A portal is going to open in New York. And then portals are going to open all over the world. And something is going to come out. And God is going to birth something. And it's going to be good. God, the devil is also going to birth something. And it's not going to be good at all. So God and the devil have the same amount of power to birth different things. And what you have to have is the discernment to know whether or not that something is from God or if that something is from the devil. And the way that you do that is you have to compare it to Scripture. Y'all know that's the line. Vague, 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 vague. You see, they keep these prophecies vague because they know their Bible says that if a prophet calls upon something and it does not happen, then that makes that person a false prophet. So therefore, these Christians like to keep the prophecies as vague as possible. A portal. Does he mean a physical portal? Or does he mean some type of spiritual portal to which you cannot identify as a portal? Does that portal is you can't see the portal? So when things just happen in New York and they're good, things just happen all around the world and they're good, that's God opening those portals that I told you about. But when things happen around the world that are bad and things happen in New York that are bad, then that's the devil opening up those portals. But they're not portals that you can see with your naked eye. You have to be able to see those portals with your spiritual eye. You see how vague that is? Almost anything can then fit into those categories, and that is what people do. They take something happens in New York, an earthquake happens again in New York, but this time buildings crash, and I told you a portal was going to open, and that was the devil's work. Got nothing to do with tectonic plates and the fact that New York sits at the end of the Appalachian, well, it's at the end or along the Appalachian mountain chain. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. You know, civil distress breaks out. Or there's a great revival that happens in New York because God opened a portal. And angels that you cannot see sent a revival down. You see, they make it vague. They continue to make it vague so that you can't call them on any of it. They can make anything fit the narrative. In the same way with Daniel's prophecies. Oh, he saw the statue and he just talked about kingdom after kingdom coming after kingdom. And then later writers and later people who have already lived history say, oh, so he meant that was the Greeks and that was the Persians and that was the Romans. And you later ascribe civilizations that conquered, because had it been the Egyptians who conquered instead of the Romans, then that last one, you know, that one of the legs, that was with the iron, that was the Egyptians. And the one that is to come, you know, the feet, that's a mixture of metal and I think clay or something like that. That now people, that's the Americas, that's the Soviet Union. That's, you know, when I was growing up, people used to say that was the Soviet Union. Now they say that's Soviet China, you know, and Korea and now Russia. And they keep changing it because it hasn't happened yet. And whatever countries come together, or country come and attack the Levant, then that's the last one. They attack and they won, but they were parceled out. You know, you can make these writings fit whatever you want them to fit. You know, they cry about, it's either Isaiah or Ezekiel, I can't remember which one, I think it's Isaiah, where it talked about a young maiden, but it says in its original, has already given birth. And it was talking about one of the leaders who was already there, and I believe it's Hezekiah. But then they take that and they change it and they say, will give birth. And that was Jesus. That is how your prophecies work. And that is why they are not accepted. If you want to have a prophecy, then that prophecy say a young maiden will give birth and his name will be Yahshua. A young maiden will give birth and his name will be, say the name, say the thing. Portals open over New York. Say the thing. What's coming out of the portal? Is the portal visible or is it not visible? If it's not visible, then say the thing that's going to happen. If it's visible, then say it's visible and you'll see it and you'll be able to identify it. And if it's red, then it's the devil. But if it's gleaming light, then it's God. Say the thing instead of the vague thing. Because as long as you say the vague thing, then the sheep will easily follow you. And this is why they say it. Because now people are going to give their money. Because you prophesize and you're a true prophet. When in fact, all you did was give some vague prophecies. Hell, I can say the same thing. I can say that there'll come a time when Atlanta will be destroyed by fire once again. The earth will tremble and fires will break out all over the city of Atlanta. I can say that, and that will probably happen in the next few hundred years, if not sooner. Because Atlanta sits at the end of the Appalachian Mountain chain. And Atlanta is not built to handle any major earthquakes. And if those buildings go and gas lines go, then Atlanta will burn again. And we have enough of that plant, I can't think of it, from Japan, that spread all over Atlanta, which will allow for fires to rage all over the city. So I can make that prophecy, but I can be even more direct because I know the science that will make it happen. But these guys are giving you these vague prophecies and y'all keep believing it instead of recognizing the true scam of what they're doing. Just like that guy. It's nothing but a scam. But y'all have a great day. And remember always, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.